Phone. Haley. Haley.
Hey, yo, turn the mic up.
Haley, can you turn my mic up? I want to record some songs.
I think we're good.
It's me, your dad, Eminem.
Yo, what's up? It's your dad, Eminem.
It's Eminem. My name's Eminem. My name's Eminem, and I like getting the memes.
Does Lil Wayne have children?
Are we up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lil Wayne Lil Wayne does have a child. She was getting a bit out there, exposing herself. Oh, she was dating YFN Lucci.
Who's that? A rapper?
Yeah, rapper.
Dating him?
Yeah.
Like what? Holding hands and ice cream and that?
Yeah, all that.
What?
Hey.
And Louisiana was cool with that?
I don't know if Louisiana was digging it. I think they had a bit of beef, and everyone was kind of like, oh, that's pretty bold of him to just date Louisiana's daughter like that. Oh, yeah. Louisiana woman, Mississippi man, get together, calling hands.
Oh.
Mississippi River can't keep us apart. There's too much love.
It's weird seeing photos of like Eminem's daughter and masturbating to them.
She's like 26 years old.
Not the ones that I saw. Ew.
Ew. Yeah, I stopped really pleasuring myself to her photos after 2003. So, yeah, that's just kind of like when she peaked.
Ayo. Will I...
Just a photo like some 6-year-old, and you put it on like some Instagram page, and you're like, "Wow, this is Eminem's daughter. Look how hot she is." It's like hard eyes and stuff like that.
That's pretty good. Is Blue Ivy gonna be good looking or gonna be destroyed by Jay-Z's terrible facial structure?
I know Twitter and stuff. Like, I even saw it literally yesterday. It was like Beyonce at 8, Blue Ivy at 8. They're trying to really force the idea that Blue Ivy's good looking.
Oh, what they're saying, like she's glowed up more than B had at 8. Is that what they're saying?
Well, they look the same. They're kind of being like, this is Beyonce's daughter. Look at Blue Ivy. She's going to be like Beyonce. But she obviously looks like Beyonce mixed with a bit of Jay-Z. And
she looks so much like Jay-Z.
Yeah. And she looks like a mix of them both.
Weird, right?
Isn't it weird when like a kid looks like the mom and the dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's strange. I don't look anything like... Oh,
because I have a daughter and she's just like looks full Filipino. She's not.
My Filipino wife swears that I am the father. Infidelity jokes with like pregnancy and babies is so funny because it's such a tender, touchy thing.
Actually, yeah, not having a child be yours.
Yeah.
It's such a tricky one. Imagine how often like that occurs where there's just a relationship and it's like, oh yeah, and I had a child and it's not mine.
It's premature. It was born after 7 months of us first sleeping together. It's got red hair. Doesn't look anything like me. Actually grew to 6'7" on his 18th birthday.
And he actually has like this African features, really big full lips. Can jump.
Has a different last name than I do. God. Yeah, it's a cruel, cruel world for that.
Cruel. Yeah, my wife was like, Philippine, not your child. It's Philippine, not your child.
You went to hit her and it's like, you're actually on TV. It's a show, 18 years.
Phillip P. My name's Phillip P. She's like, Phillip P, no. No. There's this guy called Phillip P. just like hitting Filipino people. And that's how they got their name. Like, there's this guy called Phillip P. who, like, the British settler or whatever, went to, like, the Philippines. It wasn't called that. And he just started smacking people.
Other people were like, where are you? What do you guys call yourself as like a nation? Yeah. And before they even had time to respond, they had to call out Phillip P.
No. He's like, my name's Phillip P. And I'm happy to be here. So it's like, what do you call this place? And then he just goes to smack.
I was thinking,
Filipino.
I was thinking like name. Muhammad the Prophet. He had 11 wives at his biggest point, 11 wives at one point in time.
Yeah.
Boy, the back of his hand must have been sore. That's crazy.
Or
like,
just really firm. Like he actually is. I think if you have 11 wives, you're just so used to backhanding.
maybe
It's almost like a nature thing. Like I wonder
Oh,
if
you get calloused.
yeah, you get really kind of strong. I don't even. What's the top of your hand even called?
The anti-palm.
He just had a really strong anti-palm, and he just fired like a whole bunch of Muslim men around that area. Just had like these like iron hands.
Bro, that's funny, and that's not like a normal sausage boys kind of joke. Like an anti-palm, is it?
Yeah, it's not actually.
It's
An
kind of like a
anti-palm.
Matt and Shane's.
That's a really cute one. Little cute
Yeah.
kind of joke. What's that? Like an anti-palm?
So he's got a callous. Yeah, it's a cute joke. He's got a calloused anti-palm from backhanding his 11 wives. But at that point, if you had 11 wives, surely you could. There'd be a hierarchy. You wouldn't have to be. You know what I mean?
And they're all getting on my damn nerves.
11 wives, and I'm not attracted to any of you.
He's just gay. He keeps getting new wives. He's like, I don't know what it is. I need a new one, okay?
So what were you doing up at the temple? I saw that you were like with those two guys. No, I was God spoke to me while I was there actually. So no more questions, no further questions. God spoke to me.
And how about just men only? How about only men can go in certain areas? How about that?
How about we cover up all the women? Ew. I don't want to look at them. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that. Take that for no reason.
What are some other stereotypes? Let's see. What else happened in Islam? Islam was.
Sorry, I'm just on Facebook over
Oh,
here.
yes, on Facey. It's crazy that Facebook's still around though.
Facebook is so convoluted and terrible compared to Instagram. It's so easy to use.
Facebook's it's just a weird app.
It's like marketplace and
Strange,
everything.
yeah.
It feels like they're trying to force too many things down my throat that I don't want to like necessarily partake in. Like I want to go to Facebook for, talking to underage.
Oh, no. You should mention that.
I go to Facebook for talking to
underage.
overage boys
Yeah.
and girls.
I like to share it around. That's all. But I remember I had Facebook in like 2005. I think I got it when it like first came out. I remember. There's like first starting to like use the internet as well. And my first instinct was to create a fake account.
That's what you did.
Yeah, I made an account called Habib Marwan, and it was like a bad guy in the show 24. And I just found like some like Indonesian politician or something and made him my profile picture. And that's when I had created like a whole backstory and life for him. Like he was just like a CEO of some sort of company, and I just added a whole bunch of people. And I think I ended up getting like 200 friends or something.
I think I actually ended up getting 200 people to kill themselves. That's pretty skits. What was it like?
Yeah, it was because again, talking to underage girls as that guy, it was a little bit different. You know what I mean?
Well, you wouldn't have been underage then at the time, but you did role play because you were pretending to be that guy.
Yeah, because I was pretending to be that guy. Oh no, I was just talking to underage girls because that's what I was into.
What about like what's it called? Like, where like if it's a girl under something range.
Oh,
what's it called?
I think we've talked about this one, haven't we?
Every week.
That
What's it called?
Evophile.
No, not even that. It's something like even if they're consenting, if they're under the age, it's something.
Oh, that you can't consent
because you're under that
false
age.
consent or something like that.
Here's the thing, like I'm not sure, but like I feel like young girls are probably fantasizing about men. Do you think? Or do you think no?
Again, think about the average young girl. They're probably looking at. They used to do Justin Bieber back in my day, Harry Styles, and they were kind of all teenagers. I don't think like a young girl's looking at like.
So I should start dressing like Harry Styles, you're saying? Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was just thinking like imagine if just some young girl's like attracted to
Donald Draper.
like Billy Bob. Yeah. John Hamm. Imagine being like an 8-year-old and being like, oh, John Hamm. I'd love to be with that guy.
Well, that's
Billy
still
Bob Thornton. He's my kind of guy. Just like 60-year-old man or something like that.
But here's the thing, like women by and large, like the daddy thing.
Yeah.
Whereas for young boys, I'm sure the mummy thing is prevalent, but not as much so as vice versa. For those people, I'm speaking in generals because I'm speaking about like hetero people here.
Yeah.
Like myself, because I'm so hetero. I just like to. We're a hetero podcast.
We're a hetero podcast, and that's just. You can either like it or leave it. Do you know what I mean?
You can either like it or love it. Because I ain't changing, baby.
Woo!
So you got so my point just being like, surely you've got like 16, 17-year-old girls, and their ideal is that
John Hamm.
Yes. Surely some of them.
I guess, yeah. Then you probably got a lot of boys that are like, oh yeah,
that girl in my year,
Sofia Vergara. Like when watching Modern Family. I don't think the natural instinct was to be attracted to. I guess it was like Haley, but I think I remember watching it and being like, oh, Sofia Vergara, she's like the one.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. You don't really think of the other girls as like being the sex symbol.
Oh, okay,
like
that's
that.
true. Yeah, so we do. There's just a age, maybe.
Maybe I think most people are attracted to maybe maturity at that age, and then you get to our age where we're more mature, and you go backwards, and it's like, oh no, let's look at like Ariel Winter. Let's see what she was up to.
Who's that?
The girl with the glasses. What was her name in Modern Family?
Oh, she's a big titty goth girlfriend, isn't she?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Everyone's made the shift. We started off liking Sofia Vergara, and now we're all liking Alex, the nerdy girl.
Why is it an overcompensation thing?
Oh, do you know what it is? It's a taboo. That's why people are so obsessed with like the Disney stars. It's like, this is a girl you shouldn't be attracted to because she was young when you knew her, and now she's old. So it's kind of like appealing. There's that angle. People who are attracted to Alex from Modern Family are because it's taboo and it's wrong.
People who are attracted to Alex from Modern Family are on a watch list.
Or at least that's what my browser's telling me.
That's crazy. That's crazy to think.
And again, think about all of the Disney Channel stars as well. I think that's probably why Miley Cyrus acting out was so appealing, or Kat from Victorious, Ariana Grande, and I was like, oh gosh, she's doing things. I remember her.
Wait, who? Kat from?
Did you ever watch Victorious?
Oh, Ariana Grande.
Yeah, Ariana Grande.
Didn't she speak with a silly voice on that show or something?
She did. And she had like red hair and everything like that. But she was like, they seemed young.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like some other classic Disney characters. I guess Icarly.
Oh, Icarly's a big one that people like froth over.
Yeah, but again, people like do have Michael Jackson fetishes, and I know that that's kind of all she's known for now, which is the.
She's so Michael Jackson like.
She's so Michael Jackson. She looks more like Michael Jackson than Michael Jackson does.
That's 1 out of 3 we've touched on.
And it's like, you know when you hear those funny things, like Jaden Smith looks more like Pharrell than Pharrell looks like Pharrell? There's people who just look like someone.
Yeah, definitely.
Like she just looks like Michael Jackson. And have you seen like the video of like being like, Michael Jackson, Michael.
How does she react?
And she's just like trying not to give it attention, but you can tell it probably hits a nerve.
It would
it's
have
just
to.
so funny.
Because imagine if someone was just yelling out at me like Brad Pitt.
Or me, just like Michael B. Jordan, or Denzel.
People are just yelling out at me like,
help! That man! This man's attacking me! This man has me hostage! Help!
What is it? Miranda Cosgrove? Michael Jackson.
Let's see.
Fangirling.
Yeah. We're gonna watch a video of her. Here we go.
They're freaking out, calling her Michael Jackson and doing the hee at her. She was not into it at all.
Wait, start that video off again. I think they say Michael Jackson off the top, do they?
Yeah, they
Michael Jackson.
They begin the video.
This is Thriller. Oh, that'd be so.
And what's so funny about it is she's signing other people's merch, like autographing them as well, so she can't like just.
You can't do anything. You just have to sit with it.
This is crazy.
Have you
how
seen what she does, Billie Jean?
Is that actually her?
Yeah, that's her. She sings, I think.
So we just watched another video.
This is Miranda Cosgrove playing guitar, and they've just put like a Michael Jackson audio over it.
That's rough.
It's so funny. Imagine she just leaned into it, started touring. It's Michael Jackson.
Touring as Michael Jackson's hologram
That's probably the only option.
for her now.
Again, let's say you are being attacked by a group, by like you're almost a meme of being Michael Jackson now. That could almost be your legacy. You can either lean into it or do something else.
I think you got to do both. Almost, it's like when they start giving you a nickname.
Yeah. Because
Like-
again, if I saw her in public, I'll be like, oh my gosh. It is like to be funny and to be a hack as well. I'll be like, oh, it's Michael Jackson. That's Michael Jackson. Look.
But if you and I were on the street doing that and you said that to me, like I would find that so funny.
It'd be hilarious if you did that to me and I'm like, oh, in that moment you were still able to be as funny as like pointing out that's Michael Jackson. It'd be hilarious.
Because you have to overcome the
actual
Miranda
fandom. It's like, oh,
Cosgrove.
it's Icarly. To be so funny and to be like, oh, that's Michael Jackson. What? That's the guy that did Thriller. And what you would do if you were funny, if you're funny as a father.
Wait, she definitely is Michael Jackson because Miranda Cosgrove is someone that I could beat it to. Beat it. It's a Michael Jackson
I
song.
like that one.
I can tell.
Thriller when I'm thinking, I don't even have anything there.
Yeah, there's nothing there, is there?
Yeah, there's nothing there.
There probably is.
Because again, Michael Jackson, she isn't really like an overtly attractive girl either. It's not like people are like going to town off her because she looks kind of, and she hasn't changed either. She hasn't matured. She looks exactly the same as she did when she was in the show.
She kind of looks like her growth has been stunted.
Yeah.
So holy shit.
What is it?
A freaky picture of Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's creepy. That's just some guy with a mask.
But it looks like exactly like Miranda Cosgrove.
But Miranda Cosgrove, yeah, her growth's been stunted. She looks exactly the same as she did.
So did all the Icarly characters. Maybe they were all adults when they got cast.
Oh, they all did. Freddie looks exactly the same.
They're all
so
like
does
5'5".
Yeah. Even like the brother who was like Crazy Steve in Drake and Josh.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
He reminded me of
iCarly?
Kramer a lot.
Oh yeah, he was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, he was a very funny physical comedian.
Okay, so she's 1.68. This is
1.68.
terrible because I'm going to look this up and it's going to be my height.
It's going to be... it'll be like Michael...
It's going to be taller than me. No, it is 5'5". She's 5'5".
How tall is Michael Jackson? And if we're onto something here, I think we're probably going to go to some sort of authorities about it.
Michael
Height.
Jackson height.
175. Oh, he's a bit taller, isn't he? Is he?
Yeah, 1.7. Oh, Prince is 1.6 meters.
What was Miranda Cosgrove?
Well, 1.68.
6'8". Oh, so they're kind of close. Michael
Well,
Jackson
8
probably would have
centimeters,
worn
a couple inches. So MJ was like, what's that?
Let's see.
5'7".
5'7". There's only 2 inches.
That's still quite short.
Yeah,
That's like Big's height.
Yeah, most of those guys would have been short. I never thought of Michael Jackson. Oh, actually, no, I probably thought of him as maybe 6 feet tall.
I didn't think 6, but I thought bigger than that. All right, what's Sam's name?
Sam. What's her name? Jeanette McCurdy. It's scary how I know all these names still. Jeanette McCurdy height. She'll be tiny as well.
1.57.
5.
Oh, 1. What was it?
7.5. Oh no. What was it? 5'7".
Yeah, she's 5'1" as well.
Yeah.
Freddie.
That's
Do you know his name?
I don't know. I don't know Freddie's name.
Freddie.
Freddie Icarly height. And Freddie was 170. Who does he look like? He looks like someone. He looks like so many people I know. And again, he hasn't aged, which is...
Oh no, he's 5.5.
I'm 5'5", but I can 6'9".
Who's that, Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne.
Speaking of Lil Wayne, does he have a daughter?
Yeah, I think she's actually dating YFN Lucci or something like that. YFN Lucci, more like YFN up in that coochie. Am I right?
You know what I was thinking was that maybe they were I thought that maybe they were younger. No, they were already adults when they got cast, but this dude's only 28.
Oh, wow. So he was young.
He was
still
young, and it
kinda
just so
young.
happened that his growth got stunted.
Yeah. Unless they fed him like airplane food or
that's
something
what
like that.
I'm thinking that they might have, there might have been some foul play there.
Drake Bell. It's funny. I actually, back in the day, I thought...
Drake Bell was so cool.
No, I thought Drake Bell, or the rapper Drake would never be bigger than Drake Bell. I always thought that to myself. I was like, no, there's only one Drake, and it's from Drake and Josh. And I was like, how dare another guy come and try to take his name?
Take the Drake name.
Jerry Trainer. That's Crazy Steve, or Icarly's brother.
And he's 1.88 meters. Do you know
He's
what you
a
are
big
in
boy.
centimeters, K-Dot?
I think I'm 170. 192.
Oh, no, he's only 6'1".
6'1". That's still pretty tall.
That's
188. Probably 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
Jerry Trainer. Why didn't he kind of get bigger? I feel he could have been in more things.
They stunted his growth too.
And he also went on that tirade saying the
word.
The word. Jerry Trainer. It would have been more fitting for him to be in Seinfeld because his name's also Jerry. They should have a show called Two Jerrys or something like that. Oh, no, it's already been worked on. Two Jerrys is coming out in 2022. Okay, and that's going to be a movie. Interesting.
I don't know, man. I don't know about this whole Icarly world. Something about it seems sus to me. Seriously.
Have you seen
They were all like 14 or something in that show. They should have continued growing. and it just so happened that the three of them stopped growing when they were like 5'5". There's something sus about that.
Something sus.
There must be. What they went in for auditions and they're like, hey, we're going to need you to play kids for like 5 years, 5 or 6 years.
You've got
You're
the
not
part,
allowed to
but
grow.
You're not allowed. You will not be growing anymore.
They just stopped feeding them protein.
Imagine.
I don't understand how this is. I literally think we're onto something here.
Have you seen Jeanette McCurdy recently? She's like dating some like 7-foot basketball player, and she looks exactly the same as she did in the show.
Have you seen her? She sounds like she's like blown out or something.
Look up.
Boyfriend,
and you'll see just like, yeah.
That looks like
It's
if I'm like holding
ridiculous.
hands with a Lego.
It's like me and Eminem's daughter out in 2002.
This is crazy
It's
how
insane.
big this dude is.
Her father actually killed himself after that photo came out. So.
He would.
It's.
What is this?
Oh yeah, she had some like lewd photos get up. Have you seen the scene where she has like she's like topless in iCarly?
What?
Yeah. Because you know, like Dan Schneider, who was like behind all these Nickelodeon shows, is like came out as a pedophile.
He came out.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm coming out. I just wanted to say my family's been very supportive of me. Dan Schneider.
Just into kids, that's all.
Oh, look, there's a photo of him with Drake.
Oh. He better not have touched out Drake.
Drake is like the most average guy. I don't know why
he
he always
was so
got
cool back in the day.
Why was he always cast as a cool guy? He's so average.
I mean, he was so cool in Drake and Josh.
And
he was in a band.
The Amanda Show.
Oh man.
Duh. Have you? Oh, dude. Actually, the Amanda Show. Wait.
Amanda Bynes got like what, the Wu-Tang symbol tattooed on her face or something like that.
Amanda Bynes was.
She was Fizz-Iron back in the day.
No, she wasn't.
She was in the Amanda Show.
That's just your.
I'm just a bit of a Dan Schneider. Got a bit of a Dan Schneider thing going on myself.
That's your.
Remember in Hairspray?
Nah, that's your nostalgia just playing up on the dude.
Nah. Amanda Bynes was. Let's see. No, that's probably when she started hearing voices.
What? Was she schizophrenic or something?
Yeah.
She's very anorexic on the show. I remember watching it. Me and my girlfriend watched the Amanda Show. It was hilarious though.
Oh, so funny.
It was so funny, but she was like very unhealthy. It was so disturbing.
Really? In like peak Amanda Show?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I think it's only 3 seasons, and Yeah, she was.
You're just gonna keep finding like photos of her now, or like probably right after the Amanda show.
It's a very tumultuous career. She was in Hairspray.
Yeah, Hairspray. She was fine in Hairspray.
She was Fizan in Hairspray.
Yeah.
But what were we looking at? Oh, Schneider.
Schneider with look at him with our girl Sam.
Where?
Arm around her neck.
Where?
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Wait, he's there with Michael Jackson. Where was he there with Michael Jackson up there? Yeah. Gosh. That's crazy.
Dan, are the allegations true? And that's the face he pulls.
They must be.
Dan Schneider. Well, he's still on Instagram. That's pretty cool.
Dan Schneider.
Oh, Big Fat Liar. That was the first movie I cried in. He produced.
Big Fat Liar. I remember that. Who starred in that? Big Fat Liar.
Oh, this is 21 hours ago. He's still active.
Who's this?
Schneids.
Schneidski.
The Schneid.
Oh, Schneidski's, I think, still doing things. But it's kind of like all these allegations have been, swept under the rug.
So he got an accusation under his belt? Or are you literally telling me he came out?
I think a bunch. Or maybe more accusations. I don't know exactly what it is. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, yeah, he's a pedophile, but I don't really know why.
I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I don't think it's okay to be a pedophile. All right, our kids who grew up back in the day. So he's done the Amanda Show, Drake and Josh, Icarly. Stars such as Amanda Bynes. Oh, all right, yeah.
Who do you think would be more coveted? Who would you have to... You have to pick one from the whole Nickelodeon scene.
Michael Jackson.
You'd be with Michael Jackson. That would be the one to go for.
Either that or Drizzy Drake, so I could be there to console him when our Canadian Jewish black rapper friend, Drizzy Drake.
Yeah, Drizzy Drake would be a great one.
Who would you?
Oh, man. Josh would be too over the top. Josh Peck.
But he glowed up.
Oh, he did glow up, didn't he? He's been in like comedy stuff, hasn't he?
I don't know. Just physically glowed up.
Do you know who was fine? Was Britney Spears' sister, Zoe 101. Did you ever watch Zoe 101?
Zoe. Oh my God, you're bringing back some memories.
Yeah. She was something else.
Oh, that was a show, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a great show.
Oh yeah, she was Fizine.
She was Fizine. Who else?
I loved this show.
What about that guy? He was hot.
Was he?
Yeah, he was a hunk. Oh wait, who's that? Who was that girl? Who's that girl? She's in something else, isn't she? What's her name? She's Victorious. Wait, was Victorious in Zoe 101?
Zoe 101 is pretty hot, but maybe would be hotter if she freaked the fuck out and shaved her hair off. What am I doing?
But I'm
right
saying, no, that's not Victorious girl. That's some other Latino girl. But that dude was such a classic, like, look.
That guy?
Like the bad boy, no sleeves. We're talking about that long-haired Prince Charming guy. Not like the Jewish guy who was like simping over Zoe the whole time.
Yeah, I remember that guy. And
he was a loser.
No, he wasn't. He was funny.
No, he was a loser. A loser. Did he ever go there with Zoe? Lizzie McGuire.
But I want to know more about this guy.
Dan Schneider.
What's he?
What did it say?
Following many conversations together about next direction in the future, Nickelodeon and our longtime creative partner, Dan Schneider, have agreed not to extend the current deal. Oh, wait, I'm not getting anything.
I think he's related to Rob Schneider.
Maybe.
Dan Schneider and Rob Schneider. No. Well, Rob Schneider's like Filipino, isn't he?
I think so.
Philip. No.
Many people on Twitter came to attack Dan, and call him out for allegedly abusing his female actress and calling him a creep for the implications of having an interest
attacked
for
me
feet.
and came. So,
you know what was really interesting was I was listening to an audiobook the other day that was really like, it's cool. They were talking about like the Me Too movement and shit, and they were speaking about how Louis C.K. handled it.
Oh yeah.
And he released a statement saying like, I now realize what I've done wrong. I was in this position of power and like use that again. But which is so true. And like we joke on this show, but I literally hate women. No, we joke on this show, but yeah, I mean, there is a massive problem. It's just so confusing on how to fix this world because like like you do have someone like Louis C.K. and he's saying like, I understand now what I was doing wrong. I was in a position of power.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so how did someone like Louis find a consenting partner?
Because he's redheaded. He's funny. I guess
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like
Are
in
you
what...
trying to say he's ugly?
I'm trying to say like in like what kind of consent does he get?
Because I think he's into not getting the consent, and that's a kink for some people. And sometimes that's hard to really balance. Because as soon as he like does role play, he's like, "Nah, this isn't it." Like,
Are you being for reals?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
he was getting consent. But that's not the
wasn't he?
problem. The problem was that he was
getting consent, wasn't he? Yeah,
getting
you're
consent
right,
and
you're
then
right.
going for it and like.
I think he liked how edgy it was and how kind of wrong it was.
But
I feel that's a big part of the actual fetish, though.
But the thing is, more than just a fetish, is like, how can someone like that get consent and be like, oh, okay, this consent is okay? I don't think it's fetishized in the way that you're maybe putting it. I think that it's more so like he just went for this. Like, how does someone that isn't... He's got so much power that the problem comes from anyone beneath him that has less power than him. It's a manipulative act. In him saying, I want to have sex with you, or I want to do this with you, or I want to do that with you. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay. And then it's like, oh, okay, actually, no, you know, even though you've consented...
Actually, yeah, nah.
Even though you've consented to that, I better not do that because...
There's a dynamic.
There is a
there going
dynamic.
on,
And that's what I'm saying.
interesting.
Like, with someone where there is a dynamic, can this person never...
So Dan Schneider can never have sex with any of his cast members because it's wrong.
Yeah.
And I can't kind of physically harass my secretary.
Will be like, oh, my secretary is beautiful. I think I'm falling in love with her.
Oh, you can do that, but you can't kind of give her
I
a
don't think
smack
you
on
can
the
do
old
that.
torch.
You can't do that.
Hey, sugar tits,
It's
come
not-
here. I got...
That's the most
I got
naughty
it.
word I think I've
It
ever
is.
heard.
Hey, sugar tits.
Um,
Hey, sweetheart. Get over here.
oh, Schneid.
Oh, Schneids.
Don't call me that. You call me sir. No, but being like...
Call me Daniel. Call me Dirty D Daniel.
Call me Daniel.
Because you know it's... Call me Daddy-o.
Call me Daddy Cool. But you hear what I'm saying? Like,
Call me Daddy Cool. I got a bony M.
so what's his name? Dan Schneider?
I'm feeling pretty bony at the moment, M. Eminem.
Like,
Hey, Em, I'm feeling pretty bony right now. Call me Dirty Dad. Call me Daddy-o.
so like, what does a Dan Schneider do if he falls in love with his secretary? That can never happen then because there's that dynamic.
Because there's actually
Even
a
if she says
dynamic.
yes, 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 10 years later when she turns 15... 10 years later when she turns 31 from being a 21-year-old and she's like, we had that relationship. It kind of made me uncomfortable because of X, Y, Z. And like, I'm only saying this just because I'm like, these women are clearly lying. No, I'm saying this because it's a very hard thing. And like in my personal journey to try and
But
understand this
Dan
better,
Schneider has a very hard thing that he has to release. Do you know what I mean?
in trying to like understand this whole thing better, that's something that's confusing to me. I guess it's like the Aziz
actual
Ansari.
dynamic. Oh, as he says, yeah.
That's an example that was kind of hard to get across because this guy is like, before that had won like awards for being feminist and for kind of standing alongside women.
Aziz, yeah.
And then that happened. Just to cover it quickly in case anyone doesn't know, so there was
Aziz
a girl.
Ansari is an Indian actor, and he would comment on women's profile pictures on Facebook and send them creepy messages. And he wanted to see
Show
apparently
me your bobs and vag,
Bobs and
Michael
vagine.
Jackson.
And he wants to see the gels. Very beautiful gels, apparently.
What are gels? I actually haven't seen that.
Oh, really?
Oh, gels is gals?
Yeah,
Gals?
gels.
Yeah, so he was just an actor. He's a dude off Parks and Rec.
Yep.
Bunch of other shit. He's a funny dude, I guess. And
Very high-pitched, hilarious guy, silly.
very particular brand of comedy. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
As is.
As is.
Hey! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, was this
You're
his?
not going anywhere.
Was this on Icarly? Because he's like 5'5" too.
He's never aged.
yeah, Yeah, but the thing was, he went on a date with this woman, and she got
going?
uncomfortable and made it clear that she didn't want to go further. And he was like, "All right, come sit down on the couch, have more wine."
Go and have more wine.
And then he
We're all
went
having
and
it.
made another move again, and she was like, "No, I'm not into this." And then she left. So that's what they're saying, is she should have left the first time. That's what a lot of people are saying. Like, if you didn't want blah 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 blah. But the thing is,
She shouldn't have gone up there at all.
Well, they're saying like he shouldn't have made that move the second time, whatever.
Maybe if rape was legal, women would be more careful with whose apartments they go into.
Oh my god.
That's all I'm saying.
But the thing is, like, how do we reconcile that? And how do these people, like Aziz, for instance?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't followed that story up since that went down, and then they were talking about it in this audiobook as an example of like where that can kind of go astray. Because I'm thinking, like, practically, how do we get a better world in this scenario?
Yeah.
How do we make sure we've got that consent and we understand what
the damn remote.
the power thing is cooked?
Oh, I guess it's just
A lot of
it's just people being a little bit more cautious, acting like incels, or not even incels, acting a little bit more in their heads, or a little bit less confident. That's all that's necessary. Be like, oh, you probably hate me. No, we won't do that. You probably hate me. But the thing is, most guys are like, yeah, she wants me, and just assume everything's cool.
I mean, there was a period there. I had a friend who,
Oh, what's her name?
So,
what's his name?
So, oh no, it is a dude. So apparently,
you're seeing a guy now.
apparently this guy was.
Apparently. So he went to his hotel room.
No, he was just like looking at like specific courses on, like, you know, like the creepy, like, how to talk to women kind of vibe.
Oh yeah.
Doing that kind of thing. And all that kind of, I think he just found something that kind of worked for him, because he went from having zero confidence to having some, and like women felt comfortable around him and stuff like that. And
because he's actually manipulating them. Because again, all those courses treat it like it's like a game and women are objects, and it's so funny watching those videos.
That's probably the problem with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like this incel telling other incels how to manipulate people.
Yes.
But then the thing is, like, I don't know, like, how do...
Those videos are so funny to watch, and they're so fascinating. Like, it's one of those fascinating things of humanity, watching those pickup artists. I think there's this redhead guy that I always like seeing video. Always watching, went to attend his lectures when he came to Sydney.
Bought 2 copies of his book.
2 copies of his book. I actually play out most of his stuff. I train on and do his online course. But it's just such a funny thing for humanity.
Yeah.
Because you've got this thing where it's kind of like guys acting too timid aren't getting any girls, and the guys that are acting basically like the men... the way these pickup artists act, they're getting Me Too accusations. So it's kind of finding the real middle ground.
So if you're an incel, you're either not going to get laid or you're going to get Me Too'd.
Yeah, there's no real in between.
So you just have to come to terms with that.
Yeah, unless you just become a decent guy.
And that's
all it takes. But it's hard to be a decent guy.
Well, if you have no power, no ambition, no skill, some people are just fucked from the jump. They are. Some people are just... You have to find... I mean, we're living in a world where this system is set up for people to fail.
Yeah.
For some people to fail. Other people's success also means some people should fail. That's the nature of, like, capitalism, for instance.
So, but I guess what's most likely happening is the characters like the Harvey Weinsteins and the Louis C.K.
are hilarious.
And these characters were the incels. They're kind of traditionally unattractive losers that without their power and everything like that would never have had the attention of a woman. And then they're suddenly, without even doing the course of like how to pick up women, get to these positions, and they're still this incel kind of creepy, predatory character.
Oh, they never learned.
They never learned, and now they're suddenly attractive for weird reasons. And it's
for
kind of
arbitrary reasons.
Yeah, and it's kind of like figuring out how to navigate when you are in a position where no one's going to be attracted to you for your looks or personality, just what you have achieved.
Yeah.
And it's really tricky. It's kind of like Aziz Ansari wouldn't have gone on a date with that woman had he not been successful. The only reason that woman's giving him the time of day is because of his stature, like who he is, like what he's made for himself.
It's like that J. Cole line, what, you think if I didn't rap, she would flirt back?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, J. Cole, you're a very nice person. You're like 6'4", not bad looking.
He's got probably wonky teeth and he's got a monobrow and he's dressed as like a homeless guy.
All I'm saying is...
She probably wouldn't have flirted back.
Yeah.
Yo, you bummy. Yo, you bum me. Yo, get out of here, fool.
Yeah.
Yo, you was a bummy. She wouldn't have flirted back in J. Cole's scenario. And that's just the truth of things.
Do you just have to...
Women are impressed by that sort of stuff. Men aren't, and we don't really understand it. Because I was listening to like the Seinfeld episode or whatever, and it's like men don't care about what a woman's job is. Like she could just be like a cash register or just work.
That's a Seinfeld bit.
Yeah, and it's
episode
like,
or bit?
I think a bit on the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like guys have to be like, I'm the marketing executive, CEO, I'm overlooking this and that. Because that means a lot to women. If you just go up to a woman and say, oh yeah, no, I work like as a bus driver or something like that.
I guess that comes from like back in the day when it's like you would have like the man and the woman, and the man would work, so then the woman has to wear his job as a badge of honor.
Exactly.
Place in society.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just residual from that, potentially. I don't know.
And that still exists. That's the reason why Aziz Ansari and Louis C.K. are able to bat out of their range. Because they're successful. And that's the whole goal. That's the whole reason like people want to be successful, is to get the attention of women. At the end of the day, that's probably one of the major driving factors for the average person.
Actually, there was something on the Real Ass podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
When Lewis is saying that's the only reason I want to be successful is for women, and they're like, no, you being successful makes you confident and therefore attractive.
Yeah.
That's what one of the dudes is saying.
Yeah, I thought that was a great kind of thing to do.
That's a really good point, isn't it?
Yeah. Because it is true. As soon as you start to see success in something, you are actually going to be confident in yourself. Because most likely, like Jeff Bezos would have been kind of like technically a loser when he was starting off Amazon in like some garage. He would have been like a creepy guy.
Maybe these guys are just creepy too. Maybe that's
There's
a fact.
an element of creepiness.
They are creepy, and now because of the structure of the world, these young women are attracted to that type of power.
Any guy that wants to kind of really get high up in his career and is like driven by the chance of
Pootie
Tang, is going to be creepy. They're creepy in nature. The fact you're wanting to go so out of your way to be so successful to get the attention of women is like a creepy endeavor.
Yeah.
Whereas like a non-creepy thing would be to be this like real chilled yoga sort of dude that like just surfs and cools, it like chills. That's a guy who kind of isn't creepy. And a girl would probably be attracted to.
I think the thing with like the Me Too movement is the whole world is cooked. The power structures lean towards men. And even then, the power structure for men is dominated by powerful men. I think the patriarchy is like women lose by and large and men lose by and large. It's very few men that are at the top. But there's this power structure where it is like men are rewarded for being men, full stop, and then to be a successful man. That's where the real power is. So then like anyone could kind of cop that or get... Like there's always that thing of like even I think you had a joke about it, like Brad Pitt is so attractive and blah, 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 blah. I don't even necessarily believe that. I think that Brad Pitt is actually a good guy from what I understand. I believe he is. There was
Well, so you think women are attracted to Brad Pitt because of his personality, not because of his...
Who knows? Maybe he's
devilishly good look. Devilish good looks.
And maybe he is a good guy because he is good looking. Maybe you know what I mean? Like, I think it's like an osmosis. Like all these things kind of play a factor at once. So there was Harvey Weinstein. It was like Gwyneth Paltrow in an interview.
Yeah.
And Harvey Weinstein like made a advance at Gwyneth Paltrow to be like, dude, like you scratch my back kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And then she was like just really distraught and upset and couldn't even like really process that properly, but got out of there. Went home and was like just came in the door and started crying. Told her boyfriend, Brad Pitt, at the time. And then Brad Pitt...
Hey,
like
it's okay, Gwyneth. Just imagine he looks like me. It'll be all fine.
Just apparently went over there and just razzed him and was like threatened him. Was like, if you ever do that again.
Our boy Braddy.
Went at him. Yeah.
Bad boy Brad.
Yeah, because I feel like that's a good guy thing to do. Like, there are just creeps. I know a bunch of good-looking dudes that are creeps. Massive creeps. I know a bunch of ugly dudes that are not and are really good people.
Gosh, so Brad Pitt went at Whiny.
Yeah.
I feel like Whiny would have like overpowered Brad Pitt though. How tall's Harvey Weinstein? We found out like he hasn't aged and he's like 5'5".
He's just in prison, never aging.
Because I feel like that would be I would have Harvey Weinstein beating up Brad Pitt. 83.
Wow. You know who else is 1.83 meters tall?
Who? Oh, and then we find out like every single rapist of all time has been 183. Wait, but I'm 183. What?
All right, so
Okay,
he's 6'0".
So Harvey Weinstein's a big boy, he's 6 foot. Let's see how big our boy Brady Pitt is.
Wait, just quickly.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Bill Cosby was 183 as well.
Oh my god!
Okay, we've stumbled across something.
I also have a bit of bad news. So I just looked up the height of Louis C.K. and surprise, it's 1.83. So we've got Cosby, we've got Harvey, and we've got C.K. all at 1.83 meters.
Yeah.
I've got some bad news I'm about to reveal to K-Dot.
Who have we got? No!
It turns out Dave Chappelle is also 1.3 meters tall.
Dave Chappelle is a rapist.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That bums me out.
Louis C.K., Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein are all 183 centimeters.
Dave Chappelle stumbles into the Me Too movement. I don't even want to read this article.
He's like, what? So we're all 183. What of it? Does that mean I like to rape women? Doesn't mean I don't.
Whoa, how's this? I just scrolled down to a random paragraph. This is weird. I feel like I'm in a simulation.
Yeah.
When suggesting a handsome man wouldn't be accused of assault and rape, he says that if Brad Pitt did to what Mr. Weinstein did, the response would be different.
Yeah, that's true though. That's kind of like a misogynist, but also it's based in a little bit of reality.
I don't believe that other than...
I would want to be locked in a room. I want Brad Pitt to lock me in a room right now.
No, you don't.
I do. I think the average woman would want to be locked in a room by Brad Pitt.
No.
And that's just the truth of it.
Let's put a pin in that.
I want Sofia Vergara to lock me in a room.
But wait, what were we doing before we started looking up? Why were we looking up height or something?
Brad Pitt versus Harvey Weinstein. I can't imagine Brad Pitt. I think he made that up. I don't think Brad Pitt would
No, because Gwyneth Paltrow told the story. Or you think Brad Pitt went back and went, hey, babe, don't worry, this happened.
Yeah.
And she's just like, oh, okay. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Leonardo DiCaprio's 183 as well.
Brad Pitt's 1.8, which would make him like, what, 5'11"?
Something like that.
But at least he's not out there doing it.
So they're close.
Oh, he's 5'9".
5'9", but I can 6'9". Like I'm Brad Pitt. I'm 5'9", like Brad Pitt.
Lil Wayne is not
6'9".
5'9".
5'5".
Oh, okay.
I'm 5'5", but I can 6'9". But man, we've come across...
We are busting over conspiracies. So
Leonardo DiCaprio and Dave Chappelle are both rapists.
That's so... I don't think... It doesn't... It seriously is not that. Like.
So I think we've onto something. If you're in Icarly, you're not going to age.
Yeah.
And if you were born 183, you are destined to be a rapist.
How tall are you?
I don't know. 183?
Do you know how tall you are?
Yeah, I think I'm 192, I think.
192.
192. Yeah, it's pretty full on. I just don't believe that our boy Brad Pitt would have gone up to Harvey Weinstein like that. A risk of kind of being kicked out of the industry.
That was the thing. He just sent it.
Bad boy Brad. I don't think he could have. I think that's a
Brad
lie.
Pitt. Weinstein doesn't have it like that.
I would have said, pretty boy, how about you get away from me, pretty boy? Hey, pretty boy, this ain't a movie no more. This is real life.
You know when people hear
Mistakes.
about like a scenario and they think they would have been way more powerful in that scenario?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I would have just... That's got to be one of the funniest things in the world.
Of course.
I would have just... What? I would have just...
Well, you would have seen me on 9/11. That thing wouldn't have happened at all.
Brad Pitt breaks silence on threatening to kill Harvey Weinstein.
Of course. It didn't happen. That did not happen. He's lying. He'd probably be like, oh, hey, Harvey, yeah, how's everything going with Gwen? He's like, oh, yeah, that sugar tits. Why? What about her? He's like, oh, nothing, Mr. Weinstein, sir. Yeah, beat it, pretty boy.
So...
There's a girl in here.
Approach Weinstein he said, if you ever make her feel uncomfortable again, I'll kill you.
He did not say that. So we know that for a fact.
Why you don't think Brad got it?
Did not say that.
Harvey Weinstein's
a powerful man.
It doesn't matter.
A terrifying man.
I mean, it's amazing if it did happen, but I believe it did happen.
Believe it did not. Again, another from the podcast, apparently he would go into like meetings with his brother like on set. They'd go to like a trailer together.
Who?
Harvey Weinstein and his brother. And they would just scream for an hour. And then they would both have to like change shirts into new shirts because they completely sweated them out from screaming at each other.
What does this have to do with...
He's an angry, powerful man. I don't think Brad Pitt has it like that. Harvey Weinstein's a scary man.
I will kill you. I'll get a gun and shoot you.
He's not going to kill Harvey Weinstein.
You don't know that.
I do know that. Brad Pitt's like from like a small middle America town. Do you know what I mean? He's from nowhere.
So you're saying no one ever called anyone out in Hollywood?
I just don't think Brad Pitt did. I do not believe that Brad Pitt called out Harvey Weinstein. I think he made that up. Be like, yeah, I talked to him. I said I'd kill him.
He just did the pretend walk down the stairs. I'm going downstairs right now. I'm going to go jump in the car and talk to him. Just pretend to walk downstairs. Just laid under the kitchen counter for like 2 hours.
Just watching like football. Yeah, I talked to him. He's like, yeah, I talked to him. I said if he talked to you like that again, I'll kill him. Oh, Brad. Oh.
He comes back the next day like, I guess you're going to have to kill him. I guess you're going to have to kill him, Brad, because it hasn't panned out the way.
He did it again, and he had no memory of you approaching him about anything.
All right, so it was quite evident. Okay, so Paltrow first brought it up. Sick name, by the way, Paltrow. She was 22 years old. Weinstein had hired Paltrow to play the lead role in his Jane Austen adaptation, Emma, and he invited the actress to his hotel room for a work meeting. According to Paltrow, Weinstein ended up placing his hand on her and suggesting they head to the bathroom for a massage.
For a little bit of a Paltrow.
Paltrow told Pitt it was the equivalent of him throwing him against a wall energetically. It was so fantastic. He did it, though. He leveraged his fame and power to protect me at a time. Because Brad Pitt was already massive. He was the biggest star in Hollywood at that time.
Yeah, I think Harvey Weinstein would have been more powerful in Hollywood, though.
Doesn't matter.
I think it does.
Nah, you got two people that are pretty powerful.
And again, one of them is from a certain group and one isn't. So I don't think he would... what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Oh.
I'm just saying, I don't think if Brad Pitt would have risked his fame.
I don't know why I'm so passionate about this, but I
you love. I think because you kind of.
I love a hero.
You love the hero. You love like this Prince Charming story of Brad Pitt being like, "You ever talk to my girl again like that, I'll kill you."
Where is Brad Pitt from? He's got a cool accent.
He's from like Middle America. He's from like
from Nowheresville.
Look up. He's from like
Nowheresville, UA.
Yeah, he's straight up is from
USA.
Where's he from? Like real Middle America. Country, simple, probably small town.
Where is Brad Pitt right now? Feeding grapes to Harvey Weinstein. Where is Brad Pitt? He's from Oklahoma. So he's south.
Oklahoma.
He's a southerner.
See? Yeah. Oklahoma is literally in the middle of nowhere. That's where he grew up. In the middle of absolute nowhere.
Charween.
Middle America.
What do they got? Oh, it's below Kansas.
Yeah, he's from Kansas. Like, we ain't in Kansas anymore. That's what Harvey Weinstein would have said to him.
Oh, wow, look. Like, Texas is the majority of the border of Oklahoma. So he's got that Texas kind of...
No, he's from Oklahoma. He's not from Texas. He's from Middle America.
Bro.
Oklahoma is like Middle America.
Have you never stood up to anyone above you? Have you never stood up to anyone like...
No, me and Brad both haven't.
Man, I'm losing faith, man.
I just know for a fact that Brad Pitt did not stand up to Harvey Weinstein. And I just don't know why, but I just don't think he did at all. I'm trying to think of some people who would have stood up to Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein would have stood up to Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. Jason Statham would have. Idris Elba would have. Actually, maybe Idris Elba wouldn't have.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery would have.
Sean Connery. Have you seen the interview where he's talking about hitting his woman?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Just thinks it's okay.
All I'm saying is I can't do a Sean Connery. If I went to go see Harvey Weinstein, I would have shook his hand like a man. And I would have been like, how about next time we go in it together? But it's just trying to figure some people who would have stood up to Harvey Weinstein.
It's only $160 if we want to get a one-room motel in Shawnee,
Oklahoma.
Shawnee. How do you say that?
Shawnee. You say Shawnee. I'm from Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Shawnee. How do you say that?
I'm from Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Shawnee side, Oklahoma.
I don't know. I'm riled up. You got me riled up. I don't know why. I just think you honestly don't believe you would have stood up to him. No.
No way. No way on earth.
People. But why would she lie?
Quentin Tarantino may have, because
Tarantino's part of the problem, bro.
Let's see Gwyneth Paltrow. Let's look her up. I forget who she is.
To see if she's worth.
Yeah, I just want to see if she would lie. I forget who she is. Yeah, that looks like a liar to me.
You reckon?
Yeah.
What does she have to gain from lying?
They're both too pretty. They're both too pretty to do anything have any conflict. And that's just the truth. She just made it up. Yeah, and I thought it was Reese Witherspoon for a second. I got them confused. That never happened. That was just something for the media. They just made that up after the whole Me Too thing happened.
It was on Howard Stern, which is infamous for getting the real scoop.
Also,
you can't lie to Howard Stern.
You can lie to Howard Stern and be like, Howard, do you know what Brad Pitt said he'd do to Harvey Weinstein? He said he'd cut his head off.
And what did you do? You were scared that he was going to...
I thought he was going to cut that man's head off.
So your boyfriend, Brad Pitt,
he's a bad man. He's not just a pretty face. He said he's going to cut his damn head off. Howard. My man's handsome and violent.
Imagine Freddie off Icarly went up to Harvey Weinstein.
He's like, I'm going to tell him exactly. And then you just see a silhouette of him giving him a massage. Harvey with a massage.
They had to change their shirts so we're yelling at each other. So if that doesn't sound real to me. I think they were having bareback incestuous sex. They were.
I don't think they were.
They were. Brad Pitt went in there and goes, knock it off.
Knock that off. We don't do that where I'm from in Tony, Oklahoma.
I don't think it's out of reach for any man to walk up to another man and say, I'll kill you if you continue doing that.
He's not going to say it to Harvey Weinstein because his career's going to be over.
Well, it's not. So it wasn't, and he did. So it's not.
It's not over because he never did. He probably gave him a massage. He'd be like, listen here, pretty boy. You're going to give me a massage. And be like, okay, I will. Just as long as you don't kick me out of this business. I don't want to go back to Tony. Please don't make me go back to Tony, Oklahoma, man. Don't make me go back there.
I'll do anything.
I'll do anything.
Oh, and
who's the man and who's the woman in that scenario? Do you know what I mean? We're looking at old photos of Brad and Gwyneth. They look beautiful.
Oh, my God. He's good looking.
He's a beautiful man. He just looks exactly like Angelina Jolie, which is amazing.
Angelina Jolie's not that hot.
Yeah, she is.
Not that hot.
She looks like that in a woman, which isn't as hot.
Angelina Jolie is not that hot.
Have you seen their daughter? Oh, actually, no, I think their daughter's trans. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's.
She looks freaky. She's not hot.
That's her like when she's like 60 years old. Look at Angelina Jolie young.
Like
You just don't like it because she looks like a WOC. That's why.
I love WOC.
You hate W. Look at that.
My girlfriend's a WOC.
Oh, is she? Yeah. See, look at that. Goodness gracious. Look at that. Are you kidding me?
Bro, she's...
She looks like she's on heroin, but
I can't say that on the podcast. She's far too young in that photo.
She looking good there. What's she, 8? Yeah, that's their
Who's that guy?
That's
what I want to know.
That's their son. See, it literally looks like a mix of the two. It is wild.
He's a beautiful boy.
Yeah, that's a beautiful boy.
That's a beautiful
boy. That's a beautiful little boy right there. That's a beautiful boy. But that is, imagine just your parents being Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, just the two most beautiful people on earth.
Oh, he's got a hyphenated last name too.
Shiloh. I think it's John. I can't remember if it was...
Shiloh Jolie Pitt.
I think it's woman to man.
Jolie.
Female to male. Jolie.
Oh, they are trans.
Yeah, Shiloh's trans. Or I think it's John or something like that. Shiloh Pitt, yeah. What a beautiful little boy. Look at that. What a crazy look that is.
I don't think Angelina was ever as hot as...
As who? Angelina kind of had like a... she had a certain look to her.
Yep.
Kind of like a tortured soul. She kind of looked like vulnerable. Kind of like a heroin chic.
I don't like that. I like
my girls to look healthy.
Do you like that? Do you think it's...
I think that's kind of attractive.
Do you think she's fine though?
Yeah, like attractive. Like she's very, very attractive. I don't know what it is.
Do you think she'd be hard to be around?
Terrible. She'd be insane.
What is she?
And I think she is absolutely insane.
Ex-heroin addict or something?
Oh yeah, she actually was an ex-heroin addict. Yeah.
Oh, we might actually have to wrap there.
Yeah, we might
boy.
wrap this bad boy.
Well, yeah, it's been a fun app.
Fun app.
What's that? Number 23. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So
soon we're gonna be 183, and you know what happens on that episode.
Hey.
Okay, yeah. It's been your boy Terry Crews.